Alright, welcome back. It is World Boss time. Now, recently I have changed the servers. Basically, my server that I was playing on was mostly empty, or the time zone did not match with everyone else, so I have changed the servers, and now there is a lot more players here, and I am able to finally do the co-ops and the world bosses. So this is I think the boss is called Eva, the Abyssant Eva, something like that. And this is one of the newer enemies in the miasmic swamp area. That's basically the main new region that's been added to the desert. And the next patch should be the underwater map that I'm personally very excited for. And well, looks like we have started. It's very easy to find a team to play with. Basically, I just ask the chat there to join channel 6 for a world boss, and a bunch of players basically popped in the second I said that in general chat, not in general chat, but in the game chat. Now this boss is a Volt type, or well, electric type, although this game uses the term Volt, so I'll use that term. And as usual, in classic Tower of Fantasy fashion, one hit can kill you, and the world bosses are generally very challenging. Of course, when you have a big party, a big team like I do, it's actually quite easy. Although still you have to be very careful not to get killed, because one good hit and the boss will kill you. Now I have been upgrading my weapons, and I still have a lot of things to level up. Basically, I have a bunch of weapons that I don't use because they are low level. The boss is level 86, well, basically my level is 86, and this is a very nice place to level up. One of the problems that I had in the previous server is the fact that I wasn't able to really level up that fast, because mostly it did feel a little bit empty. And in the end, I still kind of feel bad for changing the servers. After all, that previous server is the server that I started to play on, although I still expect a server merge to occur at one point. Although this current server is, I would say, quite active. The activity marker is on yellow, which means plenty of activity. Red means overcrowded, so yellow is kind of the sweet spot between having a lot of players to play with and having decent stability. I still remember the first world boss that I did in this game. It was really fun back then, and it still is. The boss had about 3 health bars. Not really sure how many players we have here. I have all the effects and basically everything else, effect wise and graphic wise, on maximum. And honestly, if you're playing the world bosses, I recommend that you tune down the graphics a little bit, because I can barely see what the hell is happening in the game here. There is so many effects around, and I have to be careful not to get killed. Usually this boss will hit you and you are not going to notice anything, which is a problem, because you can suddenly just die. And the boss does have some very nasty tricks. And again, having all the effects bumped up makes it very difficult to see what's going on. So perhaps I will tune down the graphics just so that I can see what's happening, because right now I have no clue what's going on. Sometimes it's actually even worse and you don't see anything from the effects. Although I think that it's not that bad, but in the case that it gets that bad, it's a good idea to lower the graphics. Not only for the frame rate, but you know, for the general playability and to actually see what's going on. Same can be said about PvP and the other PvP modes that the game has. Although I have to say that the game is very pretty. The game is very pretty and does run really well, despite at what's happening on screen here. The device is holding up quite well. And the boss has been defeated. Okay, let's open up the box. Hopefully I get some good stuff out of the box. We can farm a lot of items and a lot of equipment, weapons. You can get basically a lot of stuff from the world boss boxes. That's one of the reasons why I do them, and the other reason why I do them is the fact that I can get a lot of level ups. Currently the level cap limit is at level 90. Although I remember a couple months ago a developer saying that they will not increase the level cap, but they will increase it if it's necessary. So I guess since then they increased it from 80 to 90. Currently trying to get up to 90. And besides that, after leveling up, I also have to go and level up the weapons. So not only do I have to level up the character, I have to level up the weapons. So there is a lot of things to work on and to level up. Let's take some pictures with these folks over here. Oh no! It's like they knew that I was opening up the screenshot mode. Okay, well, still waiting for some other players to join. Someone shot at me. Who the hell threw that? Here, take a sniper shot to the head. It would be hilarious if I did some damage to that guy with the sniper rifle. And just like that, the battle starts. You might be wondering, what's the temperature of my device? Well, it's quite toasty. It does get really warm. One of the few games that actually make this device warm. And the game on PC is very smooth, but man, on PC it eats like 60 gigabytes. That's a lot of storage, and my internet, as you all know, is not the best. And the game on on the tablet is about 15 gigabytes, so yeah, I'll definitely take 15 gigabytes over 60 gigabytes, and the game does look about the same. So the only thing that I would definitely wish that they improved on is the water effects. The water on PC just looks much better, and I'm fairly sure this device and many other devices are capable to run the same graphics, so they can improve the water. I hope they do. After all, the water map is coming, so it better look pretty. I think the updates will happen perhaps at the end of the month, or around in about 2 weeks. I expect the new map to drop. I kind of forgot how the update schedule works for this game. I forgot what are the future updates. I forgot what I think 2.4 or 2.5 is the next one. Yeah, 2.4 is the next update. I don't really know which one it was. I think it was the water map. I could be wrong, however. And while I was talking about the new map, the boss is at 3 health bars. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 players fighting the boss. I almost got killed. Let's chill for a second. Let's chill to get back the health, and then I'll jump right back in the fight. Although I could use the healing item there, but I just try to save that. Although I have a lot of them, and I have a lot of ingredients to make even more, but I just never really build stuff. I just use what I already have, and that's how I usually roll. Which is not a good thing, because I should be making more health items. And besides that, I should also increase the level of my armor. Increasing the armor level is really sometimes stressful, because you do the co-ops, you do the joint operations, and you get so many armors that it gets a bit difficult to pick which one is the best, especially if your current armor is already leveled up. And the Abyssant Eva is in the last health bar. I like that the bosses have multiple health bars. It reminds me on Grey Raven a bit. Will probably be just like that in Wuthering Waves, although the art style in that game will be a little bit different. I expect Wuthering Waves to be a bit darker, and I expect the overall design, the UI, to be minimalistic, and I love that. Minimalistic stuff looks very good in those post-apocalyptic games. And the boss has been defeated. I got some bolts and stuff. What is the map thing? I have no idea what that's used for. I honestly have absolutely no clue what that thing is used for. I just go and kill the boss. Okay, let's go to the next one. The fight is already happening here, so I was a little bit late, but not too late, and I almost got killed, and I did not even join. Okay, so it looks like the boss is at 3 health bars, so I was a little bit late to the party, but let's chill out for a second. Let's let the health go back. Don't wanna get killed right away on the start. Hold a second. Did my whole team just get killed off? I think my whole team died. Thankfully the respawn is right around the corner, so they can quickly join back the battle. That was kind of funny. All of them died. Thankfully I came on time to keep the aggro on the boss so that the boss doesn't heal. If the boss doesn't take damage, then the boss does come back and get the health back to 100%. I still remember when I was like level 30 and when I was fighting with the cryobot. That boss was difficult at the time because the boss would freeze you and basically would kill your entire team, so you would have to keep the aggro at a long range. The boss is at 1 health bar. Now, the one thing that might sometimes happen, I notice that the server does know to start glitching out when there is too many people launching effects, and sometimes the skills don't work. I thought first that it might be my ping. I have high ping usually. However, the attacks did work. It's just the specific things like the relics did not want to work and other things like that, and that's mostly server bound, so don't be surprised if you see that. That's because the server is a little bit overloaded while fighting the boss. That was a nice battle. I was a little bit late, but eventually got there on time, and well, that was a good, I think the third one. I'm trying to get myself to level 87. Well, actually trying to go to level 90. And I think I will get to level 90 in no time. So far it's been going really well, really smooth. I was able to get in a lot of different boss battles, and thankfully that's the case, because you can't really run the co-ops all day because you are limited like to I think it's like 90 of the stamina used per co-op run, and basically you have to open the boxes if you want to get experience. You can play indefinitely, but you will have to use those, I guess, the stamina thing in order to get the experience and items. But you can play the boss raids the whole day. That's unlimited, so always a good thing. Reminds me on Totem Online when I was farming specific enemies to get to the maximum possible level. And this is exactly what this reminds me of, farming the bosses in Toram Online. I used to play the game so much a couple years ago. It was such a good game, and still is a good game. Unfortunately, a lot of things have happened. The blackout that the game experienced basically did ruin a lot of experience for a lot of players, including my experience. I remember I lost a lot of level, and I think all guild data was also basically deleted. So that was a very bad day for that game, and it's very sad because that game is one of my favorites even today. And I kind of wish to come back, but you know, it's just not gonna work. It's not the same. It's really not the same as it used to be, but still a good game. So I do recommend that you definitely check it out if you like open world type of games of this type. Then Toram Online is definitely one of the games that I enjoyed a lot, and this game does remind me on Toram a lot because of how it works, and both are open world. This game is just made in Unreal Engine, so it will look a lot better, but Toram Online is also a really fun to play game. And Tower of Fantasy is also a very fun to play game. A very interesting experience so far. The only thing that can make or break the experience with the game is the player-to-player interaction. Basically, my server that I used to play on was a little bit empty, so I thought that it was my time zone. I think it is my time zone probably, but this server is a lot more active, and a server merge is definitely going to do wonders for the game experience. If you have a lot more players to play with, the game will be a lot more fun, especially a game that's designed to be played with other players like this one. Now the camera angle, I think I'll have to change the camera angle. The camera angle is acting weird here, as you can see. It for some reason likes to look down while the enemy is right in front of my nose, but okay, well, that's not really sure what I did there. I think I accidentally kicked out someone from the team. Perhaps I should make a new group for the auto join function so that more players can join. Although I think we had a lot of players there. So what happened here? I died. I got killed. So let's just quickly go back to the boss. I was busy looking at the players who wanted to join the team, and well, I got killed in the process. So that's basically what had happened. It happens, not a big deal. Okay, let's chill out for a second to get my health back up. Very curious to see if the developers upgraded the game engine to Unreal Engine 5. It would improve the performance, and it would improve how the game looks a lot. The boss at 2 health bars. And I still did not join any crew, no guild, nothing of that sort. Surprisingly, I've been mostly playing the game solo. Well, technically solo. Haven't really met a lot of players outside of the co-op or the boss raids. Usually I let things go its own way. That's what happened in Eve Echoes, and I met the best team that I could possibly imagine. So I expect something like this will also happen in this game. We will see. It also happened in Totem Online when I played that game, so I expect something similar to happen in this one. But again, we will see. I may be wrong. Who knows? But so far, it's been a very pleasant experience in the new server. And the boss has been defeated. Well, that was a very nice and a very pleasant world boss run. Next time I'll probably do a different boss, a new boss. We will see. I think there's still a lot of world bosses to be played. So with that being said, hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.